Hello and welcome to Real Hi-Fi Help. Well, let's take a look at Dampeners Part 2. So I already made a previous video about this topic, so check that out. I'll try and see if I can remember to put this in this video, linking to that in the end. But I realized I made a mistake making one of my previous videos, not mentioning a mid-level between the two kind of extremes. So let me just explain to you guys. I made a video about creating dampeners where you can create it yourself, and I mentioned in that video here that you can use something called yoga mat. And as I was talking with one of my friends the other day over the phone, he said to me, you know, when you have the same dampener on all the stuff, it sounds, of course, a lot better than not having it, but it can boost the sound a bit too much. It can make it a bit too simple, especially in the bass. He said if you then mix it up a bit, you know, like on the CD player, just put like some different dampener feet on it instead of using like yoga mat on everything. And that's a good tip, you know. I was like, yeah, of course, that makes sense. Why haven't I mentioned that in my video? It's funny, huh? It's funny how that really works. But yeah, that's basically what this video is about. So I would say that there are three levels of dampeners. The one that I mentioned with the yoga mat, or something that you could create. I also said that in one of my previous videos when I reviewed my speaker that I made best speaker in the world. You can look for it there. I made these like sandwiches of cardboard and yoga mat, and I put them underneath my stand speakers, and that changed the acoustic of the speaker quite a bit. So it was a lot more pleasant, and it didn't destroy the floor at the same time. So those are like two different types of dampeners that you can create. But yeah, look at that video just to understand what I'm talking about. But then, you know, mixing it up, it makes it usually a bit more complicated, a bit more clear and cut through with the detail. And then there's like the stuff at the end, you know, the end destination. Then you're getting stuff like, you know, artisania furniture here, and then you're getting these plates of dampeners, and they don't think that this is snake oil. This is good stuff. If you've got let's say you've got a tubey sound and it's very thick, and you wish that there was just a bit more detail in it, and there was just a bit more tonality control and stuff like that, put these artisania dampeners on the outside of the transformers. You of course have to be sure that it doesn't get too hot, but putting this on transistor gear, usually around the transformer, it just helps tune into the sound. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? You know, that you need plates like this on it. I mean, I've tried making my own plates, and they don't come anywhere near these artisania dampeners. And they're not too expensive. You know, they are pretty expensive. It is an exclusive company, but I definitely recommend that if you've got decent gear, decent to good to really good gear, start looking at stuff like artisania. It's usually the last touch that you want to do in a system, but there are people that can't get certain types of detail. And once you get like a piece of furniture like this, which is expensive, it is expensive, but my God, does it really help clean up the whole detailing and the layering, and especially the whole sense of space in the imaging. It's amazing. It's quite amazing. It's one of those few gimmicky things where I think that, wow, there's actually some truth to it. And what you can't see here is, now you can see it a bit, these feet that go underneath the equipment. My God, does that help a lot. I wish I had my friend's furniture. My friend has one of these pieces of furniture here that he wanted to sell me, and I just can't afford it. But I wish I had that, you know, that really helps clean up the bass. And especially when I don't have to put my amp on the floor, which boosts the bass in a lower level warmth kind of way. When you can take it from the floor and then not just put it on a normal piece of furniture, but put it on a furniture like this, you just get so much clarity and separation, and it just gets a lot more crisp, and the tonality of the instruments gets a lot better. But yeah, you usually want to do this when you've got some better gear. I mean, at least gear like Macintosh or Accuphase, I would say. But you could also do it on like lower level tube gear. That's where I find that it also works. Like if you had a tube guru amplifier and you want, you know, a tiny bit more cut through detail, more spatial separation, stuff like that. Yeah, it will really help. And also especially with the tonality, it really help, you know, clearing up the sound. So yeah, that's all I had to say in this video, and remember to like and subscribe.